All right, welcome back everyone. Dr. Ben, not a real doctor here. And today I'm going to explain sort of a interesting recent discovery I made about myself that may help you with some of your issues. So movement from your hips should come mostly from your hips. It seems self-explanatory, but unfortunately because of our sitting habits and our movement habits, a lot of us have adjusted to use our backs instead of our hips. And I've known for a while that I have an issue in my right leg, and I've been sort of breaking that apart and discovering it. Not discovering the problem, discovering the cause of the problem. Be more specific. And I was doing a somatic exercise the other day where you lay on your back and lightly tuck your lower back into the ground. And then you take turns lifting one hip towards your armpit and relaxing it back down, and then going to the other side, or bringing the other hip up towards your armpit and relaxing it back down. I've done this exercise many times, and for the most part, I could feel it in my midsection, where you're supposed to feel it. When you're doing somatics, you want to really pay attention to what muscles are working, and that will allow you to reprogram your motor patterns. This particular time, I'd been doing some hanging work the day before, and my upper back and my lats were a little bit sore. And while I was doing this somatic exercise, because I was sore, I noticed that I was using a lot of upper back and lat to pull my right hip up to my armpit. Despite all the times that I'd done this before, this was the first time I'd noticed it, and it was because of the soreness. So I just thought it was incredibly interesting that on the left side, where I don't have an issue, I was engaging the muscles of my core and moving things in a way I was supposed to use it. And on the right side, where things are really sticky and bound up, I was using my back, not just my back, but my upper back to lift up my right hip. No wonder my shoulders and my neck and my mid-back are really seized up on that side, is because I've got things on my right side working while I'm walking, moving, picking up my leg that shouldn't be doing any of that. So I'm going to explain a little bit how this happens. When you stand up, you want to look at your posture and check your ear, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle alignment. A common problem that comes out of our modern movement patterns, or lack thereof, especially from all the sitting we do, is that we end up with our pelvis tilted and our lower back very arched. And what this does is this extends all the muscles in our abdominals, and they can't contract very well. So you have chronically lengthened abdominal muscles and chronically shortened back muscles. It also takes away from your glutes, which are the biggest muscles in your body and are the workhorses of your body. And it puts them in kind of a weird compromised position. And also sitting creates a lot more tightness in your hips that limits their ability. So your whole body is out of position to work the way it's designed to work. So you end up having to compensate with muscles to get things done that were never designed for that process. The big one I'm talking about here is using muscles in your back to move your hips. So good alignment, and this is obviously relative to lots of contexts, but we're just talking basic standing on a flat level surface. Good alignment will put your ear, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle in alignment. And this allows your muscles to pull and move as they're designed. This is sort of the general alignment you want while walking. This allows your glutes and your abdominals to engage effectively. It also takes the weight off of your spine. Basically, it allows your spine to layer and sit on top of each other, and your body's not working as hard to maintain your equilibrium. So while I am not a somatic exercise instructor, I'm going to explain very briefly how to do this exercise so you can try it and see how much of your back you are using lifting your hips rather than using your core. First, lay down on your back, bring your knees up to a comfortable distance, and set your feet about hip width apart. Let your arms relax down to your side and just see how your body feels. Now, lightly push your lower back into the ground. It doesn't have to be a very forceful push, just enough so there's contact, and you want to keep that pressure throughout the movement. Now, very slowly, pull your right hip towards your armpit. Go very, very, very slowly and feel the muscles that are working. Once you've gone as far as is comfortable, very slowly release your right hip back down to neutral. Feel the muscles releasing and your hip lowering back down to neutral. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Very, very slowly, pull your left hip up towards your armpit. Feel the muscles that are working and keep your lower back in contact with the ground. Only go as far as is comfortable. Now, slowly release the muscles and allow your hip to go back down to neutral. Feel the muscles releasing and notice what muscles are working. Now, extend both of your feet and lay flat on the ground. Notice how your body feels. Does it feel looser? Are you laying flatter on the ground? You can repeat that exercise as much as you like to get a feel for how your hips are working. That's not a comprehensive overview on somatic exercises, but this is one that I've had a lot of benefit from in getting my hips to work more the way they're supposed to. Make a note if you're using a lot of the muscles in your back to get this movement done, because what you're doing is you're not using your core, you're not using your hips, and you're really putting a lot of extra stress on your back that it's not designed to handle. Anywho, interesting discovery for me as I'm going back through all my old injuries and rehabbing my body. I wanted to share it with you guys and see what you thought. Let me know how this movement works for you in the comments down below. If you liked the video, smash that thumbs up button. And if you know someone who might benefit from this movement, share the video with them. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. And until next time, keep your life in motion.